God, this rant's 45 minutes long? Really? Seriously? I'm a little late to this party. I was in England, wasn't paying attention. And over at HarmonyCon, I was admiring my new little... Here, I'll zoom this in for you. So these cost me $20. The camera's a little funny because it's focusing on me, but I assure you, this is the same quality, if not better, than what Games Workshop gives me. You'll get out of Games Workshop box. You can see it from a distance. It's got all the nice little features, everything. It has a flight stand. So, yeah, this subject came up because Doodle and I were arranging for me to get, because I agreed once a month to buy miniatures from her, so long as I could afford it, and, you know, to help her out. So, I wanted to compare prices. So here's what I ordered. I ordered a Sax pony, a hippogriff on a chair, not right now, a Demos Predator, and a bunch of bases. Okay, I've agreed to do this to help her business because she does 3D printing for her business now, and she's actually having a wonderful time at it and enjoying it, even if it is a struggle. Link to her shop in the description below. This is what I paid. This is my receipt. I paid $70 for the tank, including buying the STL of the tank for her, which, by the way, is this tank right here. This is from Forge World Games Workshop's website. As an STL. Verbatim. So that's the tank. The hippogriff and sax pony, $15. So I get a pony marine with a saxophone and a hippogriff with a steel chair. Yay. And 10 textured bases for marines. I'll show you what those look like, because I had to go here on Twitter real quick. There's the bases. So I made that textured base, but this textured base is like this. And this. And this. So I paid $100 for 10 textured bases, shipping 2 custom Marines and a Demos Predator. Just the base cost is $102.50 to get the tank off Games Workshop's website. And I still have to pay for shipping and tax. This is tax included. So this price gets knocked up to about $150. Why? And this isn't even something they did with a price increase recently, but they're talking, oh, it's not going to go up that much, like 5%, maybe £1. And then they go 10% for book, scenery, and resin, and 20% for Blood Bowl teams and metal minis. This couldn't happen to have anything to do with the fact that in a couple months, you're going to be releasing Blood Bowl 3 on the PC and hoping to hook some people into Blood Bowl for extra money after that game comes out, could it? Uh-huh. And then my YouTube feed starts exploding with Discourse Miniatures. She's right. Those price increases are indefensible. I don't have on makeup. I'm just mad. And Chapter Master Varric here, who's an associate of mine. He's not a close friend. He's just someone I talk to occasionally. And he's falling out of love because in the entire video here, here, I'll mute it and let you see what I'm talking about. His entire video is just him saying that he had a group of friends who got into Warhammer with him, who've been priced out of Warhammer and decided they can't afford it anymore. All right, that's sad to say, and what's really got me angry, I don't even know this person. All right, I want to emphasize, I don't even really know this person. But over here, I saw this pop up in the Arizona 40K group while I'm trying to organize a 40K get together. I didn't think it was going to happen, but I'm damn near priced out. Some things didn't hardly move, others went up $10 or more. 10 whole dollars or more. What the fuck? Does GW think people have money right now? Is their solution to their falling profit margin to raise prices? That's not how you get new customers. That's not how you get old customers to buy more stuff. That's how you get people to stop playing. That's how you get people to sell their armies on eBay. Okay, I'm gonna... Alright, I'm gonna take a step aside for 2 seconds. Okay. Over here, on Games Workshop's website, and this is why Games Workshop is going to end up losing big in the next couple years. Alright? There's 4 or 5 people who've come into various Facebook groups I'm in, where I check Warhammer stuff, because that's how people apparently want to meet for Warhammer, which doesn't make any sense to me. I just assume there would be a Discord, but oh well. But here's this. Now, I'm bringing this up just to show you. This is a Reaver Titan. And to buy it and its 3 weapons is going to run you $1,400. Beautiful model. I'm going to blow this up to full cam. Because tomorrow, going to the store for Battletech, but also for some modeling help, because I need more hands. I've got it on its body. This is the same size as that Reaver Titan. You know what this cost me? $200. And I've got, and the reason why I'm going to the store tomorrow is to get extra pins and stuff like that. But $200, and I get the gun. Come on. And I get the gun. Oh, and I get the close combat weapon. $200. 4 legs are in there. This is a Ponafide Dreadnought blown up to 369% scale. And it's as big, if not bigger, than the Reaver Titan on screen. 4 legs are in the box next to me. I'm going to the store tomorrow. We're going to get it pinned and assembled. It's going to be ready to go. It'll be hard to transport, but it's going to be ready to go. Okay. And Games Workshop wants $1,200 for something of the same scale, no quality guarantee. What do I mean by no quality guarantee? Go look at Squidmar. So here's Squidmar. No, you go away. I don't care. So here's Squidmar pulling out a manta ray, $1,700 miniature, and observing that parts of it are warped. I went to the gym this morning. Leave me alone. Some parts of it are warped. Some parts of it are not in the best shape. They're not the best print. It's just not the best thing. And he's going to have to do a lot of work to fix them. So you can see it here, warped parts from Games Workshop. This is their own official release stuff, warped parts that you paid $1,700 for. I might have had to do repair work on that model, but not nearly as much as he has to do on this manta ray. The fuck? And you want to raise your prices? Now, Discourse Miniatures over here, bless her heart, points out they didn't raise the prices on brushes and glue and paint and stuff they have actual competition for. Except, I heart you, girl. But they did. Not this time. No. But they did in September. Over here on GW raised price is not as bad as it sounds. No, this is from Spiky Bits in September. They raised prices on several paintbrushes and paints and all the stuff they have competition for. I just thought we wouldn't notice that they didn't raise them again in March. Now I'm going to go over this. When I started playing Warhammer in 2002, before I'd even finished high school, I started collecting my own army. I paid around $11 plus tax per crisis suit. I bought 40 crisis suits. And back then you bought them as individual suits. They came with 2 drones. The drones could be set up as marker light, gun drone, or shield drone. And they came with all of their weapon attachments in one pack. Now I am informed that the new Crisis Suit team, the Games Workshop sells now, because I don't collect TIE anymore, but this team, first off, it's $80 for 3 suits. I don't have to be a math wizard to know that that's 150% price increase per suit in 20 years. 150%. This might just be me, but inflation's only gone up 8% in 22 years. What justifies a 150% price increase for the same mold, the same less stuff now, actually, because in the previous kit that was just 1 suit per box, you got all of the weapons and all of the gear and all of the equipment every time. Unless you needed a command suit, and then you would get the metal cast air bursting fragmentation launcher and ion cycler gun. Those would be metal cast if you bought a command suit. You got both of them. These don't have that. You have to buy a command suit separately. That's cool. But Games Workshop, you only have 2 of each gun in the kit. And by rules, I can equip 3 of each gun per team. I'm just... that means that if I have a team set up like I did back in the day, I need 3 plasma rifles per team. 3. That means I have to buy 2 teams to equip 1 team. And then I have to buy 2 more teams. And the 4th, and that would give 3 teams their equipment, and the 4th team would have no plasma guns. I'm sorry, what? The 4th team just has no guns. Oh, that's a problem. Right. That's a big problem. Much less the fact that, you know, these new models don't have the proper holes cut into their arms to make it easy to magnetize them. These aren't new models, by the way. They just changed the model slightly to make it harder to magnetize it, so you would be more encouraged to hard glue it together and then, you know, have to buy more crisis suits to get more variation and more combinations. It's just the crisis suits. That's a $150 increase in 20 years. 150% increase in 20 years. And it goes on. Here, I'm going to load up all of these screenshots from all of these different articles. There's a reason why so many of us who make content for Games Workshop are just feeling horrifically burned out. So, Games Workshop versus inflation, the true numbers behind it, done in 2012. Wrong picture. So, Space Marine Captain in 2004 was $10. It's now in 2012 it's $22.50. How much is a Space Marine Captain today? So a Space Marine Captain today. Are you ready? He's $35 and he's plastic, not metal. Why? Why? Why is he... He's made of a cheaper material. But the price has gone up in 20 years 250%. Space Marine Dreadnought. See, that's cute. That's cute. Ooh. This is the same kit from 2004, by the way. This is the same kit. It's just not a metal model anymore. It's a plastic model. So cheaper material. Price has gone up 25% since 2012. A total of almost 35% since 2004. Let's try the Nightbringer. Nightbringer's a nice metal model. Okay, his price has gone up 12%. Well, not quite 12. It's more like 25% since 2004. This is the same cast from 2004, by the way. This is the exact same cast. Thanks. Let's get into some of the plastic models. So this comparison, an issue of White Dwarf. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's still the same price from 2012. They're smart enough to realize that you can't really increase the price of magazines, and we'll buy them. But a rule book. Oh no. Let's go look up the rule book. The core book. Because that's what this is. This is the core rule book. So let's go see. Accessories. Because it's an accessory, right? You classify it as an accessory? I might be wrong. I might be in the wrong place. That's fair. What is it classed again? Rule book. I spelled it wrong, but anyway. Point here. Rulebook increase 45% in 2012. Codex increase 120%. Chaos Space Marine Codex, which is still... This is the biggest irritation I've had in a while. Oh yeah, there's also these chapter approved rule updates. Why are you charging $45 for this? I get it costs money to make, but why are you charging... In 2004, this was the same price as a full-on rulebook. Full-on, the whole shebang rulebook. You're charging $45 for. I'm having trouble even finding the damn rulebook I want. So you know what? Let's just look it up. Warhammer 40k rulebook. 9th edition. There it is. See? That's what I wanted, Games Workshop. Why did I have to go through Google? I can get it over here on Amazon for $55. And not even on your website, Games Workshop. Let's go to your website. Let's go to your website. So I can get it on Amazon for $55. It's $70 here. So that price is one of the few that's come down a teensy itsy bitty bit. I'm upset. Can you tell? I have friends who are getting priced out of stuff. Since 2004, a codex has gone up from $15 to $55. That's a near 400%. That's 375%. 375% for the same book. Actually, they're thinner and more streamlined now than the previous codexes, and they don't have all the fluff pages in them they used to. So technically, it's 375% for less. $2004 Battle for Macragge Starter Kit, $45. Warhammer Starter Set, $80. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna brace myself. Starter Set, a Combat Patrol, $150. That's an almost 100% increase. Now, if I went Start Collecting, that's roughly the same price, but Start Collecting aren't technically starter sets. The Combat Patrols are. Because if I buy this, if I start collecting Celestial Demons, you notice how many riders are there, and that there's no and that there's very few Daemonettes in that picture. Notice that this says start collecting Chaos Space Marines, and you see 3 vehicles and 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 Marines. That's not enough to even play a Combat Patrol. That's not enough to play a Combat Patrol in either of those kits. None of these are. This is a single in Tempestus Scion Squad and a Taurox. A Taurox, mind you, that they don't even make rules for anymore. It's a legend piece of equipment. Astral Militarum I can make a kill team out of this, and that's it. I can't even make a combat patrol out of most of these. And the full-on combat patrols, I can't make a combat patrol out of those. There's not enough stuff there to make the points. So starter sets have effectively doubled, if not tripled, because you have to buy 2. So that'd be quadrupled, right? No, not. Yeah, that'd be quadrupled. I'm ranting. I have no script. I didn't script this. Screw off in the comments. You can yell at me and be like, she's all disorganized everything. I'm upset ranting video. It says a rant. Fight me. This article is from 2020 in October. Games Workshop increasing their prices again and again. And this person is trying to justify why they're so expensive. And I will tell this person, get bent, weirdo. Because I see other games. I see tons of other games. Let me show you a game that's been running since the 80s. I'm going to go over here to Iron Wind Metals. Okay? Iron Wind Metals. It's the same molds they've been using since the 90s. They have new molds that have come out in some cases. As you can see, they have... Oh, look at this! The model has a copyright date, and who made it? They're crediting the people who made them. Oh my. That's not corporate. Iron Wind Metals. I can come here. I can order Battletech minis. Any minis I need. I had 1 mech, $20. Okay, that's fair. That's a little expensive. But you have to remember, a standard Battletech unit is the Lance for mechs. These are all still pewter alloy models. That's nice. So, yeah. These prices have been relatively stable. They've only gone up $4 to no dollars. This Bear Cub here, yeah, this was $11.50 in 2010. It's still $11.50. This Stone Rhino was $14 in 2008. It's now $17.50. So their models haven't increased drastically in price, and when they increase their prices, for the first 30 days after a price increase, they put it on sale and tell everybody, look, 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 we're going to give you 30 extra days to get it at the old price. Okay? Because we don't want to have to raise our prices either. 30 days to get it at the old price. And I get these aren't the nice plastic ones that are coming off of the Kickstarters, but this is freely available. I can get these anytime I want. I can get as much or as little as I need. I can come in here and I can get a metal bundle starter kit. And you're looking at this and you're like, $180. Well, what's in there? Well, remember how I was saying mechs are like $10 to $15 to $20 each? Well, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mechs and 12 bases. This is a full company, which is probably more than you're ever going to put on the table for the vast majority of the time you play. And they're some of the most common mechs you're going to put on the table. Commando, Enforcer, Awesome, Atlas, Banshee, Catapult. Those are really common mechs. My wife is upset at the snake she's fighting over on Twitch. That's actually relaxing me. So, you wonder why people are going to Battletech. Well, one, prices are stable at Games Workshop. They're really fucking stable. This is the same Drukhari Dark Eldar sculpts from fucking 1980. You're charging $150 for the exact same thing that you put no work into now. This is ridiculous. Every fucking year, Games Workshop announces a price increase now they're down to less than every 6 months because they did a price increase in September, October, November, December, January, February. 5 months price increase. But if I go over here to Doodle's Curios, Etsy, here's Doodle's Curios. It's a nice little Etsy shop. Let me go sign into my Etsy. And you know, take a look. You can get animal-based War Machine miniatures, $5. You can get this Brooklyn display statue from Gargoyles, and you can blow it all the way up to 1/10 scale for $60. Do you know how big 1/10 scale is? Do you have any idea how big 1/10 scale is? This is 1/10 scale. $60. I can come in here and I can get a full tactical squad with all of the options for the price that it was in 2000. And they're made of resin. That Dreadnought I showed you earlier, the base Dreadnought, $30. And I can get veteran, armored, veteran with missile, like all these different options. Happy Duck makes this stuff. It comes out fucking fantastic. This is hilarious to behold, the fact that he has all of the missiles. And I can get all of these different weapon combos. Weapon combos that Games Workshop doesn't even sell anymore because they're legend. Such as the Hurricane Bolter, or the autocannon, twin autocannons up here, or the twin assault cannon, or the twin heavy bolter. Oh yeah, Volcat Culverins too. Plasma and Volcat Culverins. Yeah, that's nice. For those of you who are tournament happy. But yeah, like, I can send STLs to Doodle, and I'm just like, here's the STL I want. I know how much it is. I'll pay for it. Whatever. By the way, her heavy weapon pony squad here, just to illustrate this, you could send her a standard Marine. You don't have to buy the pony Marines. You can buy the standard stuff for the same price from her. Just provide the STL you want. And, oh yeah, it's the same price. And you get 10 ponies in a heavy weapon squad instead of 4 in a Devastator kit. Actually, let me go look that up. So it's $60 for 5 Marines and a Cherub, 6 miniatures, or I could pay $45 for 10 Marines and duplicate or triplicate my weapon options. Because this kit comes with 1 heavy grab cannon, 1 las cannon, 1 heavy bolter, 1 plasma cannon, and 1 missile launcher. And I can go over here to Doodle for $45 and get the same or better quality Marines for less money. This is not a Games Workshop miniature. As a matter of fact, I bought this from Doodle with no Games Workshop parts on it whatsoever. Even that shoulder pad was 3D printed. No Games Workshop parts whatsoever. We have the right focus here. Here we go. No Games Workshop parts whatsoever. A 3D printed base. You see it's been 3D printed because there's the bottom with the magnet on it. No GW parts whatsoever. Mark II Crusader with Jump Pack Marine. Painted up as a Deathwatch Rainbow Warrior. I bought this from her. I bought an entire squad of these. I bought 20 of these from her. All with different weapon combinations. I got some with lightning claws. I got some with power fists. I've got some with thunder hammers. I got chain axes, chain swords, pistols, you name it. And I played them as Vanguard veterans. Because that's what Deathwatch uses. So, you know how much I paid for these? For, like, all 20-something of them? $25. That's about $1.25 a mini. That's with shipping, by the way. I paid $1.25 per mini with shipping. Games Workshop, you're not going to beat 3D printing by pricing out everybody so they all go to 3D printing. At this point, a 3D printer is cheaper than your starter. Like me going to order a Mars 3, $235. So, this is a Mars 2. Here's a Mars 3. This is the same resin printer Doodle uses. $350. I have to buy a curing kit and some gloves and resin. $350. So about $400. If I go over here, it's going to cost me $150 for the combat patrol, $70 for the books, for the core book. If I want to just get into Deathwatch, it's then going to cost me $45 for the Space Marine Codex, $45 for the Deathwatch Codex. So now we're up to $150 plus 70 is $220 plus 90, $310. And then I'm going to have to buy probably close to $500 worth of minis for Deathwatch. Because Deathwatch is what I play, because it's just fun, because I can just put any chapter marking I want and go ham. So if I buy the Combat Patrol, a Watchmaster, and I'm going to guess a Proteus kill team here. Let me find a Proteus kill team. Oh, I'm going to want a chaplain on a bike, so that's 50 more. Space Marine Codex, $55. Oh, so together it's $100 for both codexes I will need. Do you guys even sell the Proteus kill team? Did I miss it? Did I miss the Proteus kill team? Because that's like the core of all of the Deathwatch units. I'm confused. Did I miss something? Proteus kill team. Oh. Okay. Proteus kill team. Games Workshop. There it is, Veterans. They changed the name to Veterans. Veteran Kill Team. So I need 2 packs of these per squad. And I'm going to need a minimum of 2 squads, so that's $180. So at that point, I've now paid $150 plus $180 plus $100 plus another $100. I'm over $500 to make a single 500-point army. I can go 3D print that entire army for the same price, and then beyond that, I'm just saving money 3D printing my own minis. Why wouldn't I do this? Why would I not 3D print these? Because you say it's illegal to do so? You haven't banned them from tournaments. I can walk into an official Games Workshop event with a completely 3D printed army. Completely 3D printed. I can walk in with a completely 3D printed army. No Games Workshop official models on the table. And you won't turn me away from the tournament. There's an event called Scorched Earth this weekend. I'm not going because I didn't get home in time to get set up to go. But there's an event this weekend called Scorched Earth in Phoenix. That's for Games Workshop. I can show up to that official tournament with nothing but 3D printed models. And you won't turn me away. But you're saying that our products cannot be recast, scanned, nor should digital designers product be illegally... Okay. So long as it's not the exact same model, and I don't call it a Space Marine. You're not going to turn me away from the tournament, and I would dare Games Workshop to do that and watch the outrage, because that means that they're going to decide what's been 3D printed and what hasn't been based on, arbitrary looks. When, if you look this again, at first glance, in an image I would send to the tournament officials beforehand to say, can I play this model? This looks like it came out of the Armor Through the Ages pack. And yet, it didn't. This is 3D printed Marine in Crusader armor. And he's a solid piece, too. Like, there's no glue on him, except for his feet to glue him to the base. He's just a solid model. I didn't have to do any assembly. It was done for me. And at a cheaper price than buying it. Games Workshop, you fucked up. And the price increases are actually causing people to just leave and go to other games. Their Battletech group that I'm going to be with tomorrow is a nice, big, healthy group. Most of them Warhammer veterans who can't afford Warhammer anymore. Whereas Battletech has said, and I quote, "We don't care. Print them. Just print them." That was their words. Okay. Happily. Rant over. I'll see you guys later. Heart you all.